Why Chelsea changed their transfer policy to sign Premier League golden oldies. So 35-year-old Danny Welbeck is officially a Chelsea player, and 36-year-old Jordan Henderson is about to follow him. Of all their transfer dealings in recent years, these two signings have taken most people by surprise. Acquiring talented youngsters with the potential to grow has been the priority under the Todd Boehly-Clearlake consortium from January 2023. Advertisement It is not as if the current ownership have ignored finished articles completely since buying the club in May 2022.
Tired of constantly refilling your pet's water bowl? This filtered fountain keeps water circulating and offers a generous capacity, giving cats and small dogs convenient access to flowing water. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/5 right now.
Their first transfer window saw Raheem Sterling, 27, Kalidou Koulibaly, 31, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 33, arrive. Koulibaly and Aubameyang were gone a year later, and Sterling underwhelmed in a Chelsea shirt. He officially left in January, but his last Chelsea appearance came in May 2024. The trio's struggles were a major factor in a shift of transfer strategy from January 2023 onwards. For the past 3 seasons, Chelsea's team have had the youngest average age in the Premier League. Yet their reward for that has been Premier League finishes of 6th, 4th, and 10th, with the odd highlight of victory in the Conference League and Club World Cup thrown in. Tosin Adarabioyo, who joined Chelsea as a free agent from Fulham in 2024, was the oldest player to represent the club in 2025-26 at the age of 28. Welbeck and Henderson clearly represent a significant leap. This should not be attributed merely to the arrival of new manager Xabi Alonso, who was appointed in May. Co-owner Behdad Eghbali gave a big hint that change was afoot when talking at CAA's World Congress of Sports event in Los Angeles in April. We try to improve the plan and tweak the plan if it is not working. We have got to be better on a few things, to add more ready-made players at this part of the project, to take it to the next level, to be consistent over time. You tweak a model, you improve, you learn from mistakes. Mention Liam Rosenior to Chelsea fans, and they are unlikely to respond warmly. But he spotted something was lacking in the squad when he succeeded Enzo Maresca in January. Advertisement club sources, speaking anonymously to The Athletic to protect relationships, say that in his first team, meeting Rosenior spoke to players about how a lack of emotional maturity was hurting their chances of winning matches. Rosenior highlighted that Chelsea could be on top in a match, but if something went against them, whether it was a refereeing decision or conceding an unfortunate goal, they would lose focus for the next 10-15 minutes and often lose. Despite challenging them to improve this, Rosenior could not get a better response. The first leg of their last 16 Champions League tie defeat by Paris Saint-Germain was seen by the club as a key example. Chelsea fell apart after a 74th-minute error by keeper Philip Jorgensen gifted PSG the lead to put them 3-2 ahead. They went on to concede 2 more to effectively kill off the tie. Chelsea would lose 8-2 on aggregate. Pedro Neto's act of petulance when the score was 4-2, when he shoved a ball boy, was another red flag. Chelsea's terrible disciplinary record was another factor. They have finished bottom of the fair play table twice in the past 3 seasons, and on the other occasion, 2024-25, they were second from last. Members of the leadership group such as Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, those in a position to set an example, were regularly falling foul of the referee themselves. During meetings with Alonso over becoming manager, the former midfielder spoke on the very issue they had identified: the need to build and add more mentality monsters. It was key and meant everyone was aligned from day one. As Alonso said while on the club's pre-season tour in Sydney during an interview regarding what it takes to build a good culture at a football club, "For me, you need the right balance of personalities, of maturity stages. Players in their early 20s, early 30s, and in between, players in different stages of their careers," he said. Advertisement, it is all very well talking about what you are looking to do and another to actually deliver it. Chelsea went into the window wanting to recruit ready-made players from the top 5 European leagues, and they have done it. Chelsea do not see it as just an age thing, a need to buy from an older generation just for the sake of it. At 26, Maxence Lacroix is regarded as fitting the criteria they are looking for, having played in the Premier League for the previous 2 years at Crystal Palace. The same could be said for Morgan Rogers, their 117 million club record signing from Aston Villa, 24. The club even see Marco Palestra, 21, as ticking the box after being named Serie A Defender of the Year for 2025-26 for his loan spell at Cagliari. Henderson and Welbeck will get the most attention on this topic, and understandably so. Chelsea regard Henderson as someone who will help lift the standards on the training ground and during matches, pushing people on, but doing so in a positive way, without calling out individuals in front of the group. He is also thought to be someone who will not ask of others what he would not be willing to do himself. However, if Chelsea are underperforming in the first half of a match, Henderson is not going to be afraid to voice his opinion at the interval. Welbeck is also seen as someone who will inspire, just in a different way. The striker is appreciated for being a source of positive energy, able to connect people and lift the mood. It should not be forgotten that, before their move for Henderson, Chelsea tried very hard to sign 33-year-old Granit Xhaka from Sunderland for the same reasons. However, Sunderland made it clear he was not for sale. Chelsea then made an inquiry for free agent John Stones, 32, but he opted to join Inter. Even if Henderson and Welbeck are at Stamford Bridge only for a couple of years, Chelsea are confident it will be seen as worthwhile because they will bring a much-needed vibe and energy into the dressing room that has perhaps been lacking, plus teach valuable lessons. Reece James will remain as captain, and the new arrivals will not undermine his authority. While not the loudest to wear the armband, when he chooses to make his voice heard, people listen. Advertisement, but having more voices around him can only help. James knows both players, Henderson in particular from England duty. The 26-year-old respects what he brings, so there will be no problems there. Will there be more players over 30 arriving in the future? It cannot be ruled out, but it is not a definitive choice to make it a regular occurrence. As with any transfer window, results will determine whether these decisions were a success. But no one can accuse Chelsea of not trying to adapt their philosophy.